previously tried to help you prepare for the inevitable attack of a Bill O'Reilly stalker producer. Clearly, we should have just deferred to the expertise of the one and only Bill Moyers, who in our #1 story tonight cleaned the frickin' clock of Bill O's toady at the National Conference for Media Reform in Minneapolis. Kid named Porta Potty, I believe. No? Porter Berry, sorry. The Murdochian Devils are in high dudgeon and full attack at the moment. I had to stave off one staking out outside my home 10 days ago and another one day before yesterday at the office. But Moyers, as LL Cool J put it, listen to the way I slay your crew. The carnage in a moment. First, a brief reminder of the gentler methods we offered in these practice interactions.
Mr. Olbermann, you have a comment?
Yeah, I do. Funny, I was just saying to Andrea Macris the other day.
Mr. Olbermann, you have a comment?
Huh? Hey, are you the kid who picks up Bill O'Reilly's loofahs, or does he get his loofahs himself, or does he belong to one of those like loofah of the month clubs where you get a subscription and the loofahs are sent directly to your house so you have a constant supply of loofahs?
I'm proud to say that my role model, Mr. Moyers, took part of my advice there, as you'll see. But, of course, he added the two extra magic ingredients. One, his own camera. Second, being 100% morally and factually correct. As final preface, one technical note. We don't have the one full raw tape that Fox does. What you will see is from several sources, and only very heavily edited snippets have appeared on Billo. We have one fact, as Moyers corrected himself during this. It was not this O'Reilly stalker producer with whom he had previously discussed the Billo scandals. It was the other one, Jesse. And one explanation of something Billo's boss, Rupert Murdoch, said before the Iraq War. Speaking in February 2003, he forecast the benefits of invading Iraq. Quote, "The greatest thing to come out of this for the world economy, if you can put it that way, would be $20 a barrel for oil. That's bigger than any tax cut in any country. Yeah, it was just under $36 a barrel on that date, just over 134 today. Nice call, Kreskin. Now sit back and enjoy Bill Moyers' version of Mama Said Knock You Out.
You can come on with Bill and you can help out the environment because you won't have to fly all the way to Minneapolis. You can chat about all this stuff. And actually, a few people will see it.
You don't have courage to ask Rupert Murdoch, when are we going to get $20 a barrel oil?
Rupert Murdoch said the best thing that will come out of the Iraq War will be gasoline at $20 a barrel. Now today when I came here, I looked and it was $130-something. When is Rupert going to explain why the war didn't give us $20 a barrel oil?
How many times do you want me to invite you to come on to our program and talk about it?
The last time you ambushed me, I asked you when was Bill going to come and talk to us about his sex scandal.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's flat out, I have no idea what you're talking about.
By the way, we're taping this. So for the first time since Fox News has ambushed me, we're going to be able to judge your editing against what these people are saying. And I promise you, live and without any editing, Porter, come on my show. Let's look at what you put on your air, because your mind was made up before you came out here.
We came to ask you what you're doing at a partisan left-wing conference,
Porter,
and you haven't answered that question.
How many of you folks think Porter ought to come on my broadcast?
Definitely. Yes.
All right. If you can't come on my show, send somebody below you. Send Bill O'Reilly. No. Bill O'Reilly gave up a report. I'm not a classy guy. I'm a reporter. You know what we reporters are like, don't you? You're one of us. Bill is not. Bill is not a journalist. He's a pugilist. I said I would come on the O'Reilly show after he accepts my invitation to come on my broadcast.
And we'll do it live. No, he hasn't. Tried to play games, and you know it. You're being disingenuous.
If Bill O'Reilly wants to lie, let him lie. You don't need to lie for him.
I'm not lying for him.
Well, he said he'd come on my show.
You guys talked about doing your program, and you tried to play games with him, and that's why it didn't happen.
What kind of game?
I'm not going to get into the back and forth. I'm not going to get into the back and forth.
What kind of game?
Why don't you come on O'Reilly's show, and you can talk about your problems,
what kind of game?
You can talk about your issues with O'Reilly.
On the record, I will come on the O'Reilly show first when Rupert Murdoch has explained why we're not getting $20 a barrel oil for the Iraq War he said would deliver. Yeah. Secondly, I'll come on Bill O'Reilly show after he accepts my invitation to be on my show, unedited, discuss a whole hour. I'll give him a whole hour. Wow. And then I will come on Bill O'Reilly. I can take that message, but let's see if that message gets on the air. And if it doesn't, you know, if you want a job, I may have some recommendations for you.
Hey, Porter, I work for the American News Project. Can I talk to you for a second? I just want to know one thing. Is what you're doing journalism? That's all I want to know. You just saw. This is journalism?
It felt like you were setting up it felt like you were setting up an attack piece.
Kind of like this. This is sort of like an attack.
Like what we're doing to
I'm
you.
not pushing Mr. Moyers.
I apologize for touching your jacket.
Do you want to elaborate on the claims that Bill Moyers played games with O'Reilly in the discussions to appear on his show?
No, we're good, man.
Okay.
It was at that point that Porter regretted parking so far away from the conference center. Contributions to the Porter Berry Career Memorial Fund may be made to your local Fox station. Bill Moyers hoping to join us tomorrow night here on Countdown.